developed by an engineer. How it is means the importance of that subject, how they required, according to that it was molded. So that branch is called cost accounting. Cost accounting. So in accounts, we are having three branches: one financial accounting, cost accounting, management information accounting. Financial accounting is an historical data recording of the financial events. With that data, whatever the information they required by the management for taking decision, see what is the sales of the product, so in which area it is moving more, which area it is not moving, or what is the sales, is there any growth or not. So then whether we have to continue this product or not. So then or to promote that product, what we have to do, how to change. So in R&D, you will give instruction for modification of the product and other things, or the existing competitors, how they are moving, how in which direction we have to move. So for all those things, you will require the sales data, region wise, taste of the people, hobbies of the people, economy of the people. See, the people's economy is also more important. Apple phones are not sold that much in India. Why? Because our buying capacity is very less. So nowadays we are finding some Apple exclusive stores recent days. So all these informations are extracted from the financial data, that is a management information system, MIS. This is earlier management accounting. Now with the uh, contribution of the software people, it is somewhat changed into management information system, MIS system. So and the another branch is cost accounting. So with this historical data and the information is not sufficient for the management in production. So they have to find out what is the cost of production, how much we incurred in manufacturing that product, how much, whether we are able to reduce the cost, where we are spending more, so what are the resources are employed. So we, for that purpose, this subject is developed by engineers. So if you are interested to become a managing director or an entrepreneur in a superior level, if you wanted to reach that stage means stage, so for that if you pursue this costing and cost and works accountancy, ICWA, Institute of Cost and Works Accountancy, a chapter is there, independent chapter. From that you are able to pursue that subject. So anyone can pursue that after 10 plus 2. So it is not only for commerce graduates. So if you wanted to retain work in the core area and you wanted to reach the peak of that organization, so if you are a ICWA graduate along with the technical graduation, then you will be hot cake for the industry and you will find more opportunities. Not in lower level, higher level. So that is after your graduation and working for some time, then you may pursue this degree. Okay, leave it. So it's a universal subject. So each and every person works for earning and making his life comfort and luxury. So the finance is a part of our life. So everyone should know this subject. So he is an actor or a teacher or a lawyer or a doctor or engineer. Everyone will come across. So it's an important subject for everyone. So finally, to know ourselves, how much we earned, how much we saved, how to invest them, and how to maximize the existing savings. So for that also, this subject is useful. Okay, how it is useful in our future is different. So now we need instant. What is the instant benefit? By using this subject in this graduation, how we are able to benefit. See, the subject. Yes, are you able to see the screen? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
fine, thank you. So, the subject finance and accounting is having three credits and core subject. And internal assessment is continuous internal is evaluation is 30 marks and semester end evaluation is 70 marks. So already as you had seen in the remaining subjects in the first and second semester. So the scoring of this in this subject is very simple and easy. If you pay a little attention, then you are able to score full marks, 100%, 100 marks you are able to score. So it's not a just I'm saying you go through the seniors marks are three seniors record, but I have not seen in the ECE, but in CSE many of them got 100 out of 100. So it's an opportunity to you people to break that in your ECE also. So you create your own record. So it is possible to score 100 out of 100. Very simple and easiest subject. The thing is you have to pay a little attention and listen the classes. Then by scoring full marks, it helps in your CG grading and it help in placements and in your records. So, so it's a very easy subject. So when it will be easy if you pay a little attention and you pay interest. So if you are having interest, so that then only it is possible to score. So the instant benefit is scoring full marks. It accelerates your CG and helps in placement. So if you are not good in any other subject, that will be covered by with this subject. Okay. So the course code is HS 202 CM and it's not an elective core, credits 3 and the prerequisites nil. No need to know anything. So to learn this subject, so whether I have to know something earlier means that is not required. Only if you are able to know plus or minus divided by and multiplication, simple mathematics, then that is enough. And for that also we are going to use a calculator. So it's very easy. So and moreover, you will have all problems. See how it is possible to score full marks. If it is a theory, then there is no question of getting full marks. So if it is a problem, if you did well, if you did correctly, perfectly, then no question of losing any single or half mark. So that full marks will be awarded. So from all units except one unit is purely theory. All the remaining 4 units are related to problems. So, however, you are going to get more than 5 questions problems from problems. So 8 you will get. So now you have to write only 5. No, sorry, 4. Earlier it is 5. So if it is offline, what they are going to do in this semester, we don't know. So we will think in that way 5 questions.
So our preparation is as for 5 questions. So if it is only 4, then it's an advantage for you. 10 short notes and 5 long questions. So from each unit 1 question, and from other 2 units you will get 2 more questions. So from first and fourth unit or fifth unit you will get 1 extra questions. So 99% all 5 questions will be problem. Or rarely you will find 4 questions related to problems. One you have to write in theory. Okay, if it is in a problem, if you are attempting a problem and you are solving the problem perfectly, then you are going to avoid it fully. No question of losing. So if it is in a theory, then there is a scope of losing 1 or 2 marks. Okay, so in first unit, we are going to know the basic things. What is accounting, financial accounting, and how it will be recorded, the primary record, that is journal, and summarized record, ledger. So your passbook is a ledger account. Everyone having a passbook, it's a summarized information of the transactions, events taken place with the banker. So it's a financial statement. We may call it as a ledger. So similar type of accounts put together, that is called ledger. All accounts. So if it's an individual account, that replica or the copy of that account holder is having. And the trial balance. So it's a summarized information of a particular period. See how we are having a pre-finals exams so far. Up to intermediate, you will have pre-finals, then we will have exam. Similarly, before going to the final statements, so here our intention is to know the annual summarized information. What is the performance of the organization? So the financially, how they worked, how they did during that particular period. To assess that one, we will prepare some statements with the summarizing of that particular period events. So before going to prepare that final statement, a preliminary statement will prepare, that is trial. Itself says a trial. It's a trial balance. Trial balance. With the help of this trial balance, we are going to prepare final account. Final account. And cash book. So all the cash transactions are recorded. Then reconciliation statement, bank. So are the some topics we are going to learn in the first unit. So the first unit provides an understanding of financial accounting aspects of a business unit. So if you started a business or if you are in a then you will come across all these things.
See, then it helps in reading that, knowing that, or understanding the things. So evaluate the financial performance of the business. So it helps in evaluation of the financial performance of the business later. So it's a cumulative information. So it's a beginning. So all these are the topics meant for intermediate. So it's a very simple syllabus. Intermediate syllabus. So intermediate first year, the commerce student will study all these things. So for intermediate student, what is his IQ? What is your IQ? How you are able to absorb the things? So it's very simple and easy for you. For them, it may be somewhat, but for you, it's a very simple and easy. So here we will prepare a trial balance. After the trial balance, we are going to prepare final account. So the second unit is the final account. We are going to prepare a final statement. It reveals the summarized information of that period. So how your final examination, after your final examination, it gives your performance during that year, academic year. Similarly, here also, we are going to know the performance of the business with the help of this financial statement. So that's called
final account. Now this final examination will be differ depending upon the course. Say for engineers it's different, and mm, medical student is different, for MBA student is different. So how it is, similarly the preparation of this final account is differ from form of business to business. So if it's in a banking, it is different. If it's in a manufacturing, then it's in a different. If it's an insurance company, then it's in a different. If it's in a software company, Infosys, then TCS, then it will be somewhat different. So it depends upon the form of business, the preparation of final account depends. So here we are going to see the preparation of final account of a trader. Trading means buying and selling activity. The person who buys and sell. So in such a case, how to prepare final account? Just it give a rough idea of preparation of final account. So then it depends upon our requirement. We have to know the things further. So here exclusively the second unit, preparation of final account, only one. So in first unit your journal, ledger, cash book, then bank reconciliation statement, 4 topics are there. From this two one can expect. Where in case of second unit only one question, final account. So in this final account you have to prepare trading account, profit and loss account, balance sheet. 3 stages. So what is the gross earnings and what is my net earnings, how much I earned, so coming to my pocket. Then what is my financial position, assets and liabilities. To know these things, we will prepare 3 statements. So the first gross margin is from trading account, we are able to know the gross profit or gross loss. Then from profit and loss account, we are able to know net earnings, net profit, net loss. Then another statement will prepare balance sheet. So that is financial statement which reveals the position of the finance, assets and liabilities of the organization. So it's also very simple. So in this topic, nothing we are going to do. All the information whatever given, just you are going to rearrange them. Nothing you are going to put on your own. So just we will rearrange the given information in 3 set of statements. Only one statement is given, trial balance. So we will split that one into 3 statements, trading, profit and loss account and balance sheet. So the information given in the trial balance will be placed in a respective account, trading account or profit and loss account or balance sheet. Okay, we will learn that one. It's a very simple and easy. So after this, provide understanding of financial statement. You are able to know the financial, what is financial statement. You are able to read the financial statement. You are able to understand the financial statement. Evaluate the financial performance of the business unit. So with the help of this financial statement, you are able to evaluate what is the performance of the organization. See, you wanted to invest in shares, so then you should know the performance of the organization. How you are going to know the performance? So index performance, it's an index of the performance of the organization. So the balance sheet, trading account, their production. If the manufacturing means manufacturing account, it reveals the performance of the organization. So if it is upward graph, then you will invest. If it is in downward graph, then we will drop. So that is for decision making, it helpful. So then that is about second unit. See, the first and second unit exclusively related to problems. You are going to see the problems from those units. This third unit is purely theory. So in this unit, we are going to know the system. What is financial system? What are the financial markets? So people where they save money, how the entities collect the money from the unused. See, people are not using the money, idle money. That idle money will be parked somewhere. So that is banks, fund managers, and insurance. So there, all these funds are accumulated. They use these funds for economical activity. So from there, you are going to get loans for your manufacturing setup or production setup. So what is this? How it will be? So that is financial system. So it's vary from country to country. So somewhat the basic things are same. So we are going to see the scenarios related to India. So here we are able to know what is financial market, how the surplus money will be accumulated, and how this surplus money is used for economical activity. So what are the sources of the investment, how we are able to get this money. So in some case directly we are able to get this money from the public. So that is shares. So if you are well known and you are having credibility in the market, so then you are able to pull the money directly from the public. If you are not having that much, so you are a new one, budding entrepreneur, so then you will approach this financial institution and you will present your concept. And if it is feasible and satisfied, the companies, the banking companies come forward. So if it is sufficient, a individual bank or consortium of banks will come and finance the project. And with the help of that, you will promote your activity and you will earn money and you will repay that to banks and you will become the owner of that organization and solely owned by you people. So how all these things will be done? What are the sources, how it should be? So just not in depth, just a overview we are able to know, that is financial system and markets and components, roles, consideration of the investors and issues, role of financial intermediaries, financial markets, players, regulators, and instruments: money market, credit market, capital market. So the markets are three types. We'll see that one. Okay. So after this, it provides the understanding of financial system. What is the financial system? So it helps in decision making. If you wanted to procure money, where you will get leverage, whether we are getting directly funds from the public, then the cost of expenditure is very less. If you are getting that amount from the financial institution, that interest cost and finance application cost and borrowing cost will more. Then next is fourth unit, that is capital budgeting. So here it's an investment decision. When after raising the funds from the public or the institution, that will be spent in acquiring the resources. So while acquiring the resources, you have to take a decision which one is good for us. So if you are having alternatives, see now you wanted to buy a mobile, you are having alternative, a number of mobiles are available. Which one is good? Technically you will evaluate first. Next your father will evaluate what is the cost, how much have to spend. So that is capital budgeting. Financial evaluation, not the technical evaluation. You wanted to buy a car, so first you will evaluate on the technical aspect which one. Then for that, what are the sources, amount, cash, how to procure. So from which bank, where we have to buy, how to buy. Then financially, how much beneficiable for the organization, how much we are investing in that asset, how much it throw back, how much time it will take to repay our investment. So in that aspect, we will see and decide. So not the technical aspect. After, so first it will be sent to the technical persons, experts. They will recommend 2, 3, 4 products or assets or projects. Then the finance people will evaluate from that one, which will be more profitable. So in economical terms. So that is called capital budgeting, investment decision. So it's very simple and easiest topic in the subject. So it provides input necessary to evaluate the viability of project. So here project means asset, acquisition of asset.
So it helps in taking decision of the project. So that's the outcome.
So I'm going to start this unit first. First we will start fourth unit. So it's a very easy and simplest unit. Within 3 or 4 hours we are going to wind up this unit. So please attend the class regularly. After this we are going to start the first unit. It's a vast unit. It will take some more time. So for that purpose I'm going to start this fourth unit first. Then we will move to first unit. In next class we are going to start this fourth unit. Then the last unit. So these units are continuation. The first unit, where the first unit ends, the trial balance, the second unit will start. Where the second unit ends, the fifth unit will start. So, but no need to know the things continuously. You don't know the first unit means you cannot do the second unit. Not in that way. You don't know the second unit means you can't do that fifth unit. Not in that way. You are able to solve the problems related to fifth unit, even though you don't know about the second unit or first unit. So the some terms you should familiar. So it's in a continuation. If you are in continuity, you know the things, then it will be more easy. The flow you are able to
Enjoy how the things are moving. That flow you will that will be visual. You are able to see that one.
okay. So this fifth unit is also very simple. Here you are going to see the relationship between two variables. So that is the ratio. So for decision making or for growth or for assessment of achievement of our goal. So what we will do, we will compare with our previous activity. So how we did in the previous year, what is present year. Then basing on this, you will fix the goal for the future year. Then again, we will compare with that goal. Are we reached that goal or not? If not, why? So then for that purpose, this unit is fully, and not only the intercompany, intra-company comparison also. You are able to compare with the other companies. So similar companies in the market. So what is their performance? What is their profit? What is their expenditure? So whether is it, say, how many times they cycle production and selling, how many times. So all these things you are able to compare with other entities similar present in the. So this is called ratio analysis. Ratio analysis. Simple ratios are used in evaluation of this, and not only this, it helps you in your investment also. If you wanted to invest in the shares, then also all these ratios will be helpful. So after this analysis of the liquidity, solvency and profitability of the business unit and overall performance of the organization, we are able to evaluate. So outcome, it provides the skills necessary to analyze the financial statements. So after completion of this course, you are able to know what is accounts, how it will be recorded, and what is summarized information, that is balance sheet, financial reports, and how it will be read, that is evaluation, that is ratio analysis, and investment decision. What is the country's financial system? What is RBI? What is repo rate? What is SEBI, Security Exchange Board of India? So how all this functioning? So you are able to know little bit. Okay. So this is about our subject and the things what we are going to learn in this subject. Anything you wanted to share? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anything you wanted to share or ask, advise, anything? Feel free. You may share your thoughts. Yes? No? Okay. So in next class, the fourth unit we are going to start. And in fourth unit, we are going to learn the capital budgeting. So what is capital? Capital. What is capital? Have you
Money,
heard the capital?
investment
Investment.
money.
Very good. Very good. Fine. So in somewhere I heard about capital means Hyderabad, Delhi. Huh? In some joke is also there. They ask a person to write in capital means so I have to go to Hyderabad and I have to write that application or Delhi for filling that application. And not like that. Capital means investment. Very fine. So the amount invested in the business is called capital. So it may be a amount or kind, not only the cash or kind. Whatever the resources employed in the business is totally you will express in monetary terms, rupees. So that is capital. So you may employ building, furniture, vehicle, or anything you have that is used for the business. So you had given that one for the business. So the total value of that is treated as capital. So by adding all those things, you will treat it as a capital. So that is resource for the business. In capital budgeting, the capital means here that resources are employed in acquiring the assets. So in acquiring the assets, how you are making decision in acquisition of asset. So that is capital budgeting. Capital, by normal terms, budgeting means forecasting. How to spend your money, you will forecast and prepare the plan. So that is budgeting. So here we are forecasting or preparing the spending of that for acquisition of assets. See here the terms we will use revenue and capital. So you may know that revenue minister, revenue department. Revenue means income. Revenue means income. So income is a recurring nature of event. Every day you are going to receive. See the interest you are receiving means quarterly, monthly you will receive the interest. Commission you are receiving, you receive that one regularly. So it reoccurs. Sales is an income, gross income. From that you will whatever you spend for making that product, you will deduct, then you will get that profit. So that is called revenue. So to earn the money, whatever the activity you will take, that is related to revenue. So the main feature of that revenue is it reoccurs. It occurs again and again, again and again. Where in case of capital, it doesn't occur and again. And it's an instrument for generating the revenue. It used for generating the revenue, assets, machineries, and the know-how, technology, furniture, machinery, all these are the tools for generating revenue. So here it doesn't occur again and again. You will spend only once or rarely. So that is capital nature. So that is spending, capital expenditure. Capital receipts means borrowing money and receiving money from the owners. This also doesn't occur again and again, repeats. In case of revenue, sales you will receive regularly and you will purchase regularly. You pay rent, electricity, All this occurs again and again, again and again. That is revenue transactions, revenue. This is capital. So here we are going to see not a procurement of the capital and spending of the capital. So that is capital budgeting. Okay, we will study this in detail in the next class. Just I will see the attendance. Just I will spell the absentees number. 68